evolving love, I am evolving love, I am evolving love, with loads of sparkles and glitter and fairy dust and everything else, because evolving love means just that. We are evolving into more loving beings, more loving versions of ourselves. We are evolving our concept of loving, and we are loving ourselves more fully, which means that we are prioritizing our own needs. This is so important. And with sickness, more often than not, you will see that people get sick because they're not looking after their own needs. We're stuffing down our own emotions so that we can be there for everyone else, and we can be what we think we need other people, others need us to be, for example. And we keep suppressing our own needs, our own wants, and we're coming past generations and generations of doing that. We've got so much conditioning around it, religious, cultural, societal, you name it. But now is the time for us all to be evolving into our greatest versions of ourselves. So I am evolving love. That is today's mantra, and it will support you this week to be able to look at everything in your life from the sort of shadow and the light side, as we are now spring equinox, full moon and lunar eclipse, I believe it is. Or it's solar eclipse, it's one or the other. I think it's lunar. Basically, the last 2 weeks since the solar eclipse has just been so much going on, and we've kind of been in a cosmic soup of darkness where all of our stuff has been coming up. I know for me, I've been at the two extremes of my being, my sort of most evolved and spiritual and connected and magical side, and also my most hedonistic party side that just wants to have fun and doesn't want to have any responsibilities. And I've needed to evolve into loving both aspects of these beings, of me, these versions of me, and bringing them into unity, bringing them into being here. So the mudra for today is actually the lotus mudra, which is for the heart. And the card that we got today is actually Kuthumi, stay focused. And what this is all about is staying focused on your own hopes and dreams, because we lose our joy when we keep self-sacrificing, when we no longer listen to what we actually want. What does Rosanna want? What does whoever want? What do you want for yourself? You have to have an idea of your dream in order to start creating it. Otherwise, everyone else is more important than you, and what's the point anyway? There's no point in doing anything. You get the story. You start going down that negative spiral of doom. So we're in a spiral of joy, and reading this out: be assertive with demands upon your time. Keep your promises to yourself. Commit to your priorities. Spend time each day devoted to projects that are dear to your heart. Detoxify your diet to help your mind to be clear and focused. Yeah, you know what? Super important that. Everything. Detoxify your head diet. What are the things that you say to yourself, and what are the main feelings that you have? Can you turn them around? Been working a lot with the inner masculine, inner feminine and inner child, and this will also evolve into the sacred masculine, sacred feminine, and the divine child, or the wounded masculine, the wounded feminine, and the wounded child. We have all of these in our being. We are multidimensional beings. So loving the woundedness is how we step up into the sacredness, and that's where I am evolving love comes in, because you're evolving into loving yourself more fully. Can you have the courage to go to those places that are really challenging, to go into your shame, to go into your guilt, to go into your blame, to go into your anger, to go into your grief, to go into your terror, and love yourself anyway? Scoop yourself up there, hold yourself. We have an intention of what we want in life, of who we want to become, and loving ourselves more means dedicating time each day to being that greater version of ourselves. Remember, there is a point at which you have evolved enough to see you're doing something you do. You're still doing a negative pattern or an unhealthy habit or whatever it is, an addiction that you're trying to get over, but you're aware of your consciousness around it. And this is a huge celebration, because it means you're moving from that place of being unconscious to the place where you have control. And the place where you have control has to move through the place where you haven't yet mastered not doing what you don't want to do, but you're aware of the thought processes and feeling processes behind it. We're all children. We're all learning to be more evolved version of ourselves. So loving all that you are is the greatest gift you can give the rest of the world. We need you. We need your love. We need your light. I am evolving love. Use your mudra, fill your cup, fill your heart cup with self-love and appreciation, and notice how you start seeing that everywhere else. Lots of love from me in my car studio, and I will see you next week.